Hello, Butler families. This is Laura Gennaro, principal at Butler, and I want to take a minute to explain the importance of assessment at Butler. What we find over time is that sometimes students don't understand the assessments, how they interact or how they support one another, or even how they help that student learn and grow and show improvement over time. And so I want to take a minute to do that so that you can share with your children why we do take assessment seriously and the importance of students taking the assessment seriously and doing the best that they can. So we have kind of a layered process here. And really the process starts with obviously curriculum and the assessments within the curriculum. So for ELA, students are taking SAVAS assessments, they're reading and writing. In math, they're in Amplify and they're taking assessments through that platform. And then in social studies and science, they're using TCI. So that's kind of the foundation. And then from that, we get information, but we also have students participate in IXL on a regular basis. And IXL is really a great tool for us because students do the diagnostic weekly here at school, and then often it's an every other day component of one of their blocked classes, so their ELA class or their math class. And teachers are assigning students specific skills, and then the students completing that diagnostic once a week are given the exact skills that they need to work on for the specific areas that they need to improve on because they're below grade level on that skill, or they just don't have like a really solid understanding of it to move forward to build to the next step. The really great thing too about IXL is that it supports MAP. So IXL is weekly or every other day. Kids should be engaging with it, doing the best that they can. They can earn badges. We're looking for 80% or more because 80% means they're proficient in the skill. And if they get 100%, that's really amazing because that means they've mastered the skill. And then those skills directly tie to MAP. So we took MAP test in fall, and now we're going to be taking the MAP test in December, our winter MAP test. We take it 3 times a year, gives us a starting point in fall to see where they're at, but this winter one is really important because we look at where students are, how much they've grown, and if they need additional support. They might need an additional class called intervention because maybe their math skill, they just don't quite have multiplication down, and that's going to be a real struggle as they move into equations. So we look at specific skills and we look at what do kids need then to get to grade level and beyond. And MAP is a really critical part of that puzzle. It helps us identify the gaps and it helps identify strengths too, so we can work through some enrichment with students who need that as well. But the MAP test then directly supports forward, and it gives us actually a predictor on how kids will do on the forward exam. So please talk to your students over the next couple of weeks about the importance of the MAP test, what we use it for. If you have an 8th grader, the kids, when we've been talking to them about this, but it really opens doors for them. So if they can do really well, they might have opportunities to access honors classes and accelerated classes. But if they perform poorly on the MAP test, they might not have that same opportunity. So really talk to them about the importance of trying their best so that we can really truly know where they're at. Because the other part is if kids don't try and just kind of speed through it, sometimes they get recommended for something like an intervention when they really don't need it, and then that is not fun for anyone. So again, if you could partner with us, we would greatly appreciate it. And then forward, this is that state check. We're really looking to see how the kids measure up against other kids in the state. This is part of what goes into our report card. But if we can really dig into IXL, using it really well on a regular basis, showing up strong and accurately for our MAP test to show what the kids know, we'll be showing up strong to that forward test and truly showing everyone this is where we're at as a student body. This is what we know. So that's an overall understanding. I hope that helps. And we'll be trickling out more information about the assessments over the next 2 weeks as well. Please remember on those days of testing, December 9th and 10th, try and have your kids go to sleep at a decent hour. Make sure they get breakfast that morning. Maybe put the iPads away so that they can't be on them overnight. Things like that, just to help with them understanding this is important and I'm going to try my best. And I really am excited for the potential that we'll see come out of our kids this winter. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks for listening. And again, we'll be sharing out more information over the next couple weeks.